Good morning, guys. I know I got a little bit of crazy hair and the sun's nice and bright. But we are out at a new spot, Miner Mike and I. We got Miner Mike right here. We are at a new location we haven't tried before, so we're hoping to find some really good gold today. Possibly. We'll see. Mike said there's good gold here, but...
just for the few test pans I got, it looked pretty good. These crevices are loaded.
Heck yeah. So today we're going to be mostly metal detecting and crevicing. The water actually looks quite nice. I mean, I'd jump in there if I had my wetsuit. But yeah, we're at a new location. We're going to be hopefully testing this place out and seeing what it's all about. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. So Mike brought his 2300, hopefully with batteries this time. Our last trip, he showed up with no batteries.
Funny guy.
Yeah, and then he let me borrow the Gold Monster 1000. So I'm going to be using the Gold Monster 1000. Hopefully, a lot of this looks pretty good. Like, look at all these big rocks we can move. It almost looks like untouched. So, like this right here, removing all these rocks, I bet there's tons of gold down here. So eventually I am going to do a test pan there, test hole. There's lots of bedrock to work, lots of stuff to detect, so looks like a lot of material. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I'm excited. I want to grab my pan and start getting some test pans. All right, so we got our tools. We're going to do some test panning, crevicing. So obviously there's a lot of crevices to work. All these are packed up. I think there's one right here. I might just grab some material right here, dig my way down. This kind of bedrock right here that is coming down, and the water is coming this direction, so obviously it's getting jammed under here if there is any gold. So what I'm going to do is work my way up. There is some rocks right there, which is a good sign. That means some of this might have not been moved in a while. So we'll see what we find. Hopefully some pickers today. So I just dug right here and it's pretty sandy, and then I dug right here. We're getting a little bit more dirt-like material with some broken up bedrock, which is better. It's not the best, but you never know. Every location's different. Yeah, and this location looks like it hasn't really been creviced much in a while, so we're gonna hopefully get some gold. So yeah, let's try to go down here. Ooh, got some material right here. See if I can move this. Look at this. This is like cemented stuff. Look at that. That's good stuff right there. That's like old tertiary stuff. Let's check this crevice right here. I'm just gonna do a quick pan just to see what we're working with. Then we might grab the metal detector and start detecting. See if we get gold on our first try. Just lots of black sand. Just flower gold. Not too good. I know that stuff was too sandy, so we're gonna try another spot. All right, Miner Mike, he's stripping and he's on the gold. Look at him. Woohoo!
That's right.
Look at that flaker.
I think it's a monster flake.
He's finding so much gold he had to get naked. Woo! He's like, he's about to jump in that water. So Mike's working this flood material and he started moving a bunch of rocks and stuff, and he started getting some good gold. So I think we know where we're gonna have to kick him out and do what he does. But yeah,
I took over your gift, Misha.
I know. So Mike over here is finding pretty good gold. I did about 5-6 crevices, and all I got was like maybe 1 or 2 fly poops. So I don't know. There's a lot of unworked bedrock, a lot of potential here, and the water is high. So I could only imagine during the summer it's probably 10 times better. So we're gonna go ahead and go grab my bucket and classifier, and we're gonna run a bunch of this dirt and see what we get. So let's do that. All right, so Mike over here found a square nail, and he was digging, and he followed that square nail, and he got some pretty good pans over here. So he's working this overburden. It's looking pretty good, and he's getting some good pans. So we're about to grab our bucket and our classifier and grab some pans and start digging. There's all this poison oak, you know, nobody's dug here. Look at this old it looks like almost like lava rock. I might start right here. So this looks like a good catch. So what I'm gonna do, start digging down right here between these 2 pieces of bedrock, and then dig around this big lava rock. It's a nice heavy rock. We'll see what we get. So we're gonna fill a bucket up, pan it down, and see. So far the dirt is still really sandy, but there is a lot of cobble in it, so it's not looking too promising. But thinking, just because this is up against this rock, when the water comes up, it's gonna drop all your gold right here, and there's lots of big cobble. So I might not find any big pieces till I get down and hit bedrock. So far we haven't hit anything, but we'll see. So I'm gonna fill my bucket up with classified material, and then what we'll do is we're gonna continue digging down. So kind of dry classifying, but what you gotta do. That's kind of strange. It's not a brick, but it's slate, but it was square, so I was like, is that a brick? It's weird out at the river. All right, I'm not trying to strain myself. Today's supposed to be 80 degrees, which feels super warm. It already feels super warm. And this morning I was in a muscle shirt, and once I got to the river, it did cool down a little bit, but it was pretty dang cold. But let's go ahead and take this to the river and see what we got. We still haven't hit the bedrock. I still have a few other spots I do want to try, but we'll see what's in this flood material, and then we'll continue. All right, we got Miner Mike next to us. He's digging away.
Finding all the gold.
Yeah, finding all the gold. I'm gonna be right here, and I'm gonna run this bucket, just classify it, running really fast, see if we get anything decent at that spot. If not, I'm gonna try a few others. So I have a good feeling about that spot in particular, just because there's that big flat bedrock and it does keep going down. So might also not get anything until we hit. Oh, look at all the frogs. All right, guys, let's see what we got. Just doing the first test pan, then we're gonna run everything pretty fast. Just fly poops. I know. Alright guys, I only got one speck. Right there. We are not doing too hot. So I got another spot I really want to work or try. We're gonna go do that right now. See what we get. Show mine and Mike how it's done. See, I'm starting to believe Mike's salt in his pan over there. I've been finding poop. Very little. Obviously there's lots of gold that could be right here under all this if I put some work. After not having much luck, I decided to hike down a bit further, and Mike decided to grab his wetsuit and meet me down there. Alright, we made it to the new spot. So basically we went down river. I was thinking that it looked really good with the drone down here, but once I got here on the where I'm at, there's not much crevices and stuff to work. I mean, there is a little bit of bedrock, but over on the other side in this bend, there's amazing looking flood material to work. So there could be really good flakes and stuff. So we might head over there and do some pans, and then what I'm gonna do is first do some of these. Just check this out, see how it looks. We'll grab a pan. Mike decided he was gonna float down river. I did not. I wanted to bring all my stuff so I could test this area properly, you know, figure out whether I like this spot or not. And Mike's upriver now, but I hiked a little bit past him. He's upriver somewhere. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do is do some of these higher crevices and cracks, see what kind of gold's in here. So a lot of time this older stuff up here could be full of gold, but it is not. This is from old floods. This would be a great place for the metal detector. The one thing I did not bring out of all the things that hiked in. Let's see what this looks like. A little bit of gravel, which is good. Let's first do this really sandy stuff, and then I'll try that higher stuff. I like that higher stuff better. Not expecting anything in this. See some black sand. Oh, 2 fly poops. I don't think the camera picks it up, but let's do the higher stuff. I really like that. Got some something heavy, like a piece of steel or something. I'm not sure what this. It's like lead. That's a really good sign. A piece of lead and much bigger piece of gold, which is pretty good. So up there is kind of interesting why the gold up there is better. So maybe we'll fill another pan with a little better looking stuff. See, so let's clean the pan off just so I have a fresh, clean pan. All right, let's see. Another piece of lead. Look at that. There is so much lead up there. That is crazy. I bet if you had a metal detector, you would it'd be going off like crazy. Check this out. Here's an old engine of some sort, probably for I'm actually not sure. This thing's huge. Look at the gear still there. See all the springs and stuff. Look at that. Wow. All right, I found a spot with great gold. So right here, it's not quantity, but it's quality. I did a test pan right there and got 2-3 pieces of one chunky piece that looked pretty nice. So I've been just doing test pans, and then we finally found Miner Mike. He's across the river. He kind of floated past the spot we were supposed to meet at, and he floated on the wrong side of the river. We've got a small piece, lots of lead. So it's interesting how much lead is in here. All right, Miner Mike made it back. We never thought we'd see him again. Thought we'd have to tell us.
See you guys again either. It was moving way too fast.
So let's see if he got. Oh, one of them looked like a piece of gold. Oh no, that's a little bit. One little speck.
There's a couple little specks.
Yeah,
in
a
there.
couple little specks. More than what I got. No, joking.
That could have been residual.
So he came down this road. The river's still really high, but honestly, this spot, I mean, it
was a fun ride.
Yeah, it was a fun ride. It was all part of the fun. All right, guys, we did some more test pans, and got a little bit of really interesting gold. It was like really veiny, and some of it was very rough, but a little bit of flour, chunky stuff, all kinds of different gold, all in the different areas, just depending on where you dig. But Mike's over there, right there, digging in that old tertiary bench. There's one right there. So the old river bed or whatnot. So yeah, we're about to pack up. We got a little bit of a mess. We got a little bit of a hike. Neither of us, we both ran out of water, and the one time I threw away my life straw and don't have the next one ordered. Whew. So it's gonna be a hot hike out of here, getting ready to do that and head home. So yeah, also I want to give a huge shout out to all the people that purchased my pater in my last video. I really appreciate it. I did not expect to sell out in the first like hour or two, so all those are gonna be shipped out Monday. And then if anybody orders throughout the week, we will ship them out the day after you order them, unless it's a Sunday, I believe. But we're going to go ahead and get on out of here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Also, a huge shout out to my channel members and Patreon members listed up on the screen. If you guys would like to help support the channel, consider checking out my website mishaboylan.com. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.